Whistler, Canada. Grand Touring conjures pictures of driving through the south of France, across wine country, over the Pyrenees, politely wafting through ancient, picturesque towns, and then barreling down an autostrada at preposterous speeds toward the sapphire waters of the Mediterranean, arriving rested and ready for the day's adventures. For less affluent mortals, these adventures are out of reach, yet with the 2018 Mercedes-Benz E400 Coupe, the German manufacturer has delivered what amounts to a downsized two-door S-Class, ready for the French Riviera or a more affordable 7-hour trip through the seemingly endless emerald expanses of British Columbia. Finally sitting on a chassis of its own, the new E-Class Coupe is placed strategically between the hyper-luxurious S-Class Coupe and the more pedestrian, but nevertheless well-appointed, C-Class Coupe. While the E-Class Coupe splits the difference in terms of price and exclusivity, engineers aimed higher than its station, bringing the long, muscular coupe closer to its S-Class sibling as it cossets its occupants and charges across continental divides. The previous E-Class Coupe used an extended C-Class Coupe chassis merged with the E-Class sedan's front chassis architecture. Given these Frankenstein's monster-like beginnings, it wasn't the super luxe automobile Mercedes-Benz had intended, nor was it what the brand's reputation for lavish vehicles needed, a black spot. Its status on the line, Mercedes-Benz delivered the 2018 E-Class Coupe on a modified 2017 E-Class sedan chassis, which extended the wheelbase by 4.4 and widened the track by 2.9 from the previous generation. With its overall increase in length and width, the cabin's dimensions grew, ensuring comfort for occupants, especially those in the rear seats, which are no longer suitable just for hobbits and dwarves. Rear seat legroom is up by January 1/8 inch, shoulder room by January 3rd inch, and headroom by 0.6 inch. These figures may not sound overly impressive, but it's enough fit a 6'4" individual without removing limbs with a bone saw. There's still a need to scrunch down so as to not scrape the roof, but it's minimal, and there's more than ample room for average-sized humans. A suite of safety and technological systems make the E-Class Coupe the smartest car in Mercedes-Benz's lineup. Unlike previous decades where the S-Class was the trendsetter in terms of safety and tech, with the debut of the E-Class, Mercedes-Benz has apparently passed the torch. Coming either standard or as an option, the E-Class Coupe's impressive technology suite includes car-to-car communication with other E-Class, dynamic select, pre-safe sound, which, in the event of an accident, will emit a white noise to protect your eardrums, drive pilot with distance pilot, similar to Tesla's autopilot system, active brake assist, active distance assist, active steering assist, active emergency stop assist, active lane change assist, active speed limit assist, active brake assist with cross-traffic function, evasive steering assist, and driver attention assist. Besides the safety technology, which will assuredly be seen on more pedestrian automobiles soon, as demonstrated with the S-Class's history of technological trickle-down, the E-Class Coupe can also be had with inductive wireless charging, an intelligent LED light system that can greet you with the car's tail lamps, and the car's 12.3 common display infotainment center that allows the driver or passengers to change a host of variables throughout the car, including the accent colors and air freshener smell. If it wanted, it could probably do your children's calculus homework as well. Ahead, A day-long journey through British Columbia's breathtaking gnarled jade forests lay before us. We'd cross its meandering roads snaking through the countryside's 1,000-foot granite cliffs, avalanche-distorted forests, alpine streams, soaring waterfalls, and otherworldly cloud formations, all within the day. A perfect test for something designed to waft its passengers from point A to point B without fuss or exhaustion, all while breathing in this country's spectacular majesty amid a continuous stream of music from the optional Burmester audio system. Settling into the indulgent leather seats, the superb heat and massage functions were immediately turned to the max. Even in the beginning of summer, the morning air at this latitude is cold and there's still more than enough hard-packed snow in the mountains to chill your bones. The air, however, never reached the cabin. The thick-walled glass insulates occupants from the world outside, encasing them in a cocoon of silence and warmth. The only wisp of NVH that travels through the cabin is some noise from the tires. On buttery smooth roads, you can speak at a whisper. Add a bit of surface pitting and you'll have to increase your volume ever so slightly. The E400 Coupe is an excellent driver's car, too, detailing the road's imperfections and nuances along the winding back roads. Mercedes-Benz has done wonders with the electric power steering. There's never a moment of mistrust between the driver and the car. Add air body control and you'll be amazed by how well this heavy, all-wheel drive coupe can maintain its composure just as well as a handful of today's newest sports car. But while fast-paced directional changes are possible, they aren't necessary or even wanted by the E-Class Coupe's consumers. These aren't AMG fanatics. Once the outside air warmed, we lowered all four windows and one of the best features on the E-Class Coupe came into view, its lack of B-pillars. Without struts connecting the doors and roof, the E-Class Coupe resembles an ancient Roman arch connecting the front to the rear in an elegant bridge, and giving the driver and passengers a nearly 180-degree view outside. As an added benefit, because there are no B-pillars, there's no wind buffeting inside, giving the car a convertible-esque feel, a characteristic furthered by the standard retractable glass panoramic roof. Either closed or open, the E-Class Coupe feels special partially because of its use of glass. Furthering the air of specialness is the coupe's engine. Unlike its sedan sibling, which can be had with the rather unrefined 4-cylinder, the twin-turbo V6-powered E400 is the only version available, at least until AMG has its way with the car. The 3.0-liter engine makes 329 HP and 354 lb-ft of torque and feels quite potent, possibly stronger than its official numbers suggest. 0 to 60 is done in 5.2 seconds in the standard rear-wheel drive model, while the all-wheel drive 4MATIC equipped car handles the dash to 60 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds. Yet, when bombing down some of British Columbia's straighter sections, the E400 feels as if it has 400 or more horsepower, with it continuing to pull past posted speeds. 7 hours flew by, even though more often than not, we stopped to take pictures of Canada's pristine beauty. When we finally reached our destination, we felt slightly dismayed as the E-Class Coupe engendered such a connection of comfort. The swanky digs of the hotel we stayed in almost didn't feel up to par with the Mercedes as well it shouldn't with, given how much the car cost. while the E-Class Coupe starts at a relatively reasonable $59,895, especially when you consider that it offers nearly the same level of refinement as the $123,745 S-Class Coupe. Our test car was almost $90,000 with a host of options checked off. Yet, that number doesn't seem out of the realm of what this car should cost. Granted, it isn't an S-Class, as Mercedes-Benz's Halo Coupe is still a fair distance more luxurious and pricier than its E-Class brethren. Yet, even for our detail-oriented eyes, it's hard to spot the differences between the top and middle rungs of Mercedes-Benz's Coupe ladder. By giving the E-Class Coupe a chassis of its own and jamming it full of tech and comfort, Mercedes brought the E-Class Coupe closer to the brand's motto of the best or nothing. Newest Lexus flagship may not break any new ground, but it's a worthy contender in its class. San Francisco, California. While it's true that buying tastes have shifted from sedans to SUVs, Lexus believes the time is right for the all-new LS to make a splash in the US luxury sedan market, in part because customers have waited so long for this car that they might have bought its rivals instead. It's been a long time since we've had a new LS, admits Brian Boulain, general manager for Lexus marketing. We do expect to attract some people from other brands who may have drifted away while they were waiting for a new LS. When those customers come back to a Lexus showroom, they'll find an LS that's considerably prettier than the one before it. Designers attempted to produce a more coupe-like silhouette than the last three-box LS, making the rear window angle shallower and introducing a sixth window in the C-pillar. That tiny window even gets teensy power sunshades on models so equipped. It's a more modern, graceful look for the LS that is prettier and less austere than the one before it. Front and rear lighting elements employ L-shaped graphics. For Lexus, don't call it a Nike swoosh. The nose has perhaps the second best integration yet of the company's big spindle grille, after the LC Coupe. The grille, by the way, consists of an incredible 5,000 surfaces, which Lexus says a designer spent 6 months crafting in CAD software. The more intricate one on F-Sport models has 7,000 surfaces. Complexity, thy name is spindle grille. There are 5 different wheel designs. The 2 19-inch options and one of the 3 20-inch options have special hollow rim designs that apparently reduce road noise. Where the old LS was offered in short and long wheelbase variants, the new one follows the trends of its rivals and will be offered only in one configuration, a 123.0-inch wheelbase, or 1.3 inches longer than the old LWB version. Overall, the car is 1 inch longer. That growth pays dividends for passengers, with rear legroom up by February 2nd inches. As well as spacious, the cabin is a sight to behold. On high-trim models, Lexus points to laser-cut wood trim, hand-folded fabric door card inserts, Kiriko-cut glass trim, and ambient lights inspired by Japanese Andan illumination. Some of the competitors feel a little bit clinical some of the time, so we thought it was important to get this human touch, Boulain says. Sweeping dashboard elements produce an organic and natural feel. The directional parts of the air vents are hidden behind decorative horizontal ones, preventing any misaligned lines that might otherwise offend nitpicky drivers. And Lexus even took care to make sure the door and center console armrests are at the same height to mimic the comfortable ergonomics of an armchair. It works. What doesn't work particularly well is the touchpad-based infotainment system. As frustrating here as in any Lexus product, the software's labyrinthine menus make turning on or off the heated seats, or finding a new satellite radio station, a multi-step exercise in tapping and swiping on the console-mounted input pad. The map graphics are a jumble of brightly colored lines and arrows, too. Finding a destination is much easier, though, thanks to new, cloud-based, natural language voice recognition that works supremely well. Take me to Fisherman's Wharf. There's also lots of info projected on the windshield thanks to a full-color head-up display that spans 2 feet wide, claimed to be the largest in any production car. In addition, both the driver and passengers can take advantage of a new 4G Wi-Fi hotspot for connecting their own devices. Not that you'll be worried about the touchpad if you're relaxing in the back seat. In LS sedans equipped with the executive package, the right rear seat has a powered ottoman and reclines 48 degrees, along with a massage feature to work out any tight muscles. It even pushes the passenger seat all the way forward to maximize legroom. Lexus says you get more legroom with the seat fully reclined than in any prior LS. Open the door to exit the car, and the seat automatically retracts to its normal locked and upright position. After demoing the seat and cranking up the massage feature, I almost didn't want to get out again. Up front, the driving experience is unerringly pleasant. Aside from the silly transmission shifter cribbed from a Prius, every control is straightforward. The various modes are selected by a twist and push knob at the top right of the instrument cowl, just like on the LC Coupe. The electric power steering has just the right amount of assist, while the suspension is plush in every drive mode. There tends to be a lot of body motion, but all of it serves to quell any unpleasant sensations from the road. In part because active noise cancellation is standard, the cabin is as quiet as in any sedan outside of a Bentley or a Rolls-Royce. Underhood is a new Bitterbucharged 3.5-liter V6 engine with 416 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. That's plenty of punch, and there's no denying the LS500 is a quick car with practically no turbo lag. But the effortlessness of the engine's power delivery, that peak torque is available from 1,600 through 4,800 RPM, precludes the car from ever feeling terrifically eager or frenetic. It's just a strong, smooth, predictable engine, all traits that serve a big luxury sedan well. The engine is well matched to its attendant 10-speed automatic transmission, which deftly shifts with almost no noise or vibration. In busy traffic approaching the Golden Gate Bridge, there are some occasional clunky downshifts, but as multi-speed gearboxes go, this one's pretty faultless. As with most of the Lexus range, the LS500 also has an F-Sport variant. Visually, look for a more involved grille, perforated leather seats, unique wheels, aluminum pedals, a suede headliner, and a slightly different instrument cluster inspired by the LFAs. Yet it also has genuine mechanical upgrades, a retuned adaptive suspension, larger brakes with upgraded pads, wider rear tires, and an available performance package that adds variable ratio steering, rear wheel steering, and active anti-roll bars. Chief Engineer Toshio Asahi emphasizes that sportiness is still important in a car like the LS. "I heard things like, Lexuses are boring to drive," he says. "I wanted to eliminate that talk, so I had many heated discussions with engineers." The F-Sport trim, which Lexus expects to attract 20% of shoppers, does indeed feel a little bit more eager on the curving roads of Marin County. It accelerates enthusiastically, turns in sharply, downshifts promptly, and hugs the road eagerly as I hustle. Sports car? No, but not bad for a 17-foot-long luxury sedan. There's a more vocal engine note in Sport and modes, too, but officials admit that most of the noises I hear come through the speakers. One less than welcome sound also emerges when braking, perhaps only because they're still relatively new, but the F-Sport's high-friction pads are noisier than I'd expect from a Lexus. The return drive into downtown San Francisco provides some opportunities to see active safety features in action. For instance, the LS has forward cross-traffic alert, which, like the popular rear cross-traffic features on many cars, warns you if a car is approaching rapidly from either side. When I try to creep out at a busy intersection in anticipation of turning right on red, the system chimes to warn of a Ford Explorer blasting across the junction. And when phone-gazing pedestrians step out ahead of me, the car provides visual and audible warnings. Were I not to brake, the car would do so for me. In fact, the Lexus system will even attempt to steer away from a pedestrian if it determines braking alone won't prevent the crash. And if things go really wrong, a pop-up hood aims to reduce injuries to pedestrians. Other goodies on the lengthy equipment list include a 23-speaker Mark Levinson sound system, a 360-degree camera, a panoramic sunroof, an LS first, and a kick-to-open power trunk. A subscription to the Lexus Inform telematics system is free for 10 years, allowing you to remote start, unlock, and otherwise interact with your car via smartphone app. Still, there are some things available on rival cars that are not offered in the LS. The infotainment system, as is the case with all Toyota and Lexus products, lacks Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support. The engine doesn't have a stop-start feature, although it's available in other markets. Lexus decided US customers wouldn't want it. Nor will you find a self-park feature. The Lexus LS was actually the first U.S market car that could parallel park itself, but the company found customers didn't like it and discontinued the feature. Whether any of these are actually deal breakers, though, really comes down to buyer taste. It's a little easier to stomach the shorter equipment list when you compare price tags. Though exact numbers have yet to be finalized, Lexus says the new LS will start at about $75,000 and a fully loaded example will top out near $100,000, with about 70% of them leaving dealers with a sticker below $80,000. While that's pricier than the Cadillac CT6, Genesis G90, and Lincoln Continental, the LS will be more affordable than its German rivals, the Audi A8, BMW 7 Series, and Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Value for money is not, however, the only reason to consider the 2018 Lexus LS. Whether you're behind the wheel or just along for the ride, you'll find the new car provides effortless, easy transportation with a high level of comfort and style. While it doesn't exactly break new ground in the luxury sedan segment, or knock the German 3 out of contention as the standard bearers, it confidently advances the LS longtime virtues and modernizes the car for today's buyers. This is a car that you'll be proud to park outside your home, eager to drive, and thrilled to be chauffeured in. Hyundai unveiled the U.S Spec 2018 Accent at the 2017 Orange County Auto Show, and it comes packed with many new convenience features. Sadly, the 2018 Hyundai Accent is only available as a sedan in the US market. The hatchback is now exclusively for the Canadian market. Inside, the 2018 Accent has a conservative interior design that features a touchscreen as the centerpiece of the dash and a mix of buttons and knobs for the audio and climate controls. Some of the key tech features include a standard 5.0-inch screen on base models or a 7.0-inch touchscreen on the mid-grade cell and limited grades. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard on the highest trims, along with a small multi-information display in between the gauges. A rear-view camera and Bluetooth connectivity are standard on all 2018 Accents. On higher trims of the 2018 Accent, Hyundai has added a number of new convenience features, including keyless entry/start, heated front seats, automatic climate control, and the hands-free smart trunk. Other features found on higher trims include LED daytime running lights, a sunroof, 17-inch alloy wheels, LED tail lights, and dual USB ports. The 2018 Accent will also be available with forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking on some models. Certain trims of the 2018 Accent will be compatible with Hyundai's Blue Link telematics service that allows for remote start via the Blue Link app or Amazon Alexa through Google Home or Amazon Echo devices. Compared to the car it replaces, the 2018 Hyundai Accent is 0.6 inch longer, 1.2 inches wider, and rides on a wheelbase that's 0.4 inch longer. The car's new platform is made out of 54.5% high-strength steel, which is 13% more than its predecessor, resulting in a 32% improvement in torsional rigidity in the new model. Hyundai says it has also improved the 2018 Accent's driving dynamics, crash performance, and noise reduction, thanks to the extensive use of high-strength steel. Under the hood of the 2018 Accent is a revised 1.6-liter i4 with an estimated output of 130 HP and 119 lb-ft of torque, which is slightly lower than the old car. Hyundai says that it has retuned the engine for better drivability and a better power band by improving low-end torque. A 6-speed manual transmission is standard, and a 6-speed automatic is optional. Fuel economy is up by 7%, thanks to engine revisions such as new low-friction piston rings, a variable fuel pressure module, and an upgraded software engine software control module. The optional 6-speed automatic has also been improved, and weight is 4 pounds lighter than the old unit. A drive mode selector that enables drivers to switch between normal and sport modes comes standard on automatic equipped accents. BMW's identity in the United States is inextricably linked to the now ubiquitous 3 Series, itself rooted in the heritage of the 2002. The larger 5 Series, however, is the lifeblood of Munich's the global sedan story. And though it's been somewhat forgotten about here in the US amidst the massive shift toward the X3 and X5, BMW loyalists still prick up their ears when the 540i moniker is in the air. Particularly for fans of the much adored E39 generation, 1996 to 2003, that name represents the pinnacle of what an executive sports sedan could, and should, be. Absent since 2010, the 540i is back for the 7th generation 5 Series. The world has changed during its hiatus, as the pendulum has swung away from V8 engines and toward forced induction 6 cylinders. That means you'll find a turbocharged 3.0-liter straight 6 under the hood. As much as we'll miss the 4.4-liter V8 in the E60 540i, the new G30 brings a magnificent mill to the table. Not only is the boosted inline-6 more powerful, more torque-rich, and more efficient than the V8 it replaces, it maintains that beautiful smoothness that still makes BMW the last word in engine building. Its output of 335 HP and 332 lb-ft of torque, up 35 HP and 32 lb-ft, should have Audi and Mercedes on notice. It pulls hard from launch and remains balanced all the way to redline, with more poise than either the supercharged V6 in the A6 or the twin-turbo V6 in the Mercedes-AMG E43. Fantastic, too, is the way the engine pairs with the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, which delivers consistently crisp and timely shifts. If I have one complaint, it's the lack of a more emotional engine note, but having heard the bat-out-of-hell roar of the 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 in the G30 M550i, it's probably better that the straight 6 leave the power ballads to the professionals. Beyond the excellence of its powertrain, though, the 540i is a long way from the engaging sports sedan that diehards remember. Yes, the G30 5 Series is up to 137 pounds lighter than the outgoing car, thanks in part to the use of aluminum for the trunk lid, doors, and roof. But even with the $2,600 million sport package, $3,200 dynamic handling package, and $650 million sport brakes, the 540i left me feeling a little cold and uninspired. The M Sport package adds 19-inch wheels with performance run flats, a lowered suspension, a fat M Sport steering wheel, aluminum pedals, and a 155 miles per hour top speed. Also included is an aero kit with meaner-looking front air intakes, side skirts, a rear diffuser, trapezoidal exhaust tips, and shadow line exterior trim. Dynamic damper control and active roll stabilization are the key ingredients for the dynamic handling package and are intended to improve ride quality and reduce cornering lean. The dynamic dampers are constantly adjusting themselves in accordance with the chosen driving mode. Active roll stabilization, meanwhile, works by twisting the anti-roll bars on the front and rear axles, which is itself not new, but now works using faster responding electric motors replacing the old hydraulic system. On all-wheel drive models, BMW also offers rear-wheel steering. While the 540i is indeed very comfortable and controlled on pockmarked roads, even on smooth pavement it lacks the steering feel and chassis feedback that made the E39 such a treat. There's seemingly too much of the 7 Series philosophy of executive comfort at work and not enough of the driver-focused mojo that remains the heart and soul of the 2 Series. The 540i confidently hurdles itself down the road, tackling twisting sections of pavement with calmness and composure, but no part of me feels involved with the experience. Even equipped with rear-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive, the chassis doesn't transmit enough information to the driver about what's going on before it's too late and you've exhausted the grip of the tires. While the trappings of sportiness are there, heavier steering, red-colored gauges, and adaptive bolsters that keep you snug in your comfy seat don't constitute the essence of a sport sedan. Those features barely scratch the surface of the features the 5 Series offers, and from the perspective of a luxury sedan, BMW has hit a home run. The interior is handsome and well designed, while the mix of materials from ivory-colored Nappa leather, to dark wood, to aluminum and piano black trim all convey a sense of warmth and futuristic cleanliness. The new iDrive is easy to use either by rotary controller or touch screen, and there's also the option to mirror your smartphone with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, $300. Active safety technologies are plentiful, with the full suite of adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, active park control with parking sensors, a 360-degree camera, Wi-Fi hotspot, keyless entry, wireless charging, and gorgeous color head-up display. None of these come cheap, however, as all of this tech is encapsulated within the driving assistance, $1,800, driver assistance plus, $1,400, driver assistance plus 2, $1,700, and premium packages, $1,950. Want remote parking with the fancy digital display key? $750. Gimmicky gesture control? $190. Bowers & Wilkins premium sound? $4,200, please. Fully loaded with all the goodies for comfort and performance, this 540i rings in at a harrowing $82,610, with more than $25,000 in options alone. For 540 fans that remember a balanced, distinguished, and satisfying executive sports sedan, I'm not so sure this latest model will pass the smell test. Yes, traditionalists of this sort tend to turn their noses up at all of the advanced technology and equipment that has crept into modern vehicles. But ask anyone who has driven a Cadillac CTS V-Sport or Mercedes-AMG E43 lately, modern luxury sport sedans, at least ones that make you want to spend more time driving rather than getting a heated massage, aren't dead. No doubt BMW still builds one hell of a powertrain, and the 540i is still best in class when it comes to what's under the hood, but a once-loved badge isn't enough to make me fall for this latest 5 head over heels. The body kit gives the sedan a sporty look that retains a handsome appearance. Venerable BMW tuner AC Schnitzer now brings more style and power to the new 2018 BMW 5 Series for both the sedan and Europe's wagon. The model is still so fresh on the market that AC Schnitzer doesn't yet have its whole suite of parts ready for the vehicle. The company already has engine upgrades for 2 5 Series variants. The company can take the 540i to 400 horsepower, 298 kilowatts, from the 3.0-liter inline-6 stock 340 horsepower, 250 kilowatts. For diesel fans, the company can take the 530DS 3.0-liter inline 6 to 315 HP, 235 kilowatts, instead of 265 HP, 198 kilowatts. AC Schnitzer promises improved power for the M550i, 530i, and 520D in the future. The tuner can also unlock a meaner sound from the engines by installing a new exhaust. The models are available with stainless steel tips with either a chrome or black finish. Regardless of powertrain, the tuner offers revised springs. The pieces drop the front ride height by an inch, 25 mm, and rear by 0.8 inches, 20 mm. AC Schnitzer also offers an extensive array of different body parts for the 5 Series. Models with BMW's M-Technic pack can add more aggressive flourishes, including a new front spoiler, splitter, side skirts, and diffuser. There's also a roof spoiler and rear wing with the sedan. Wagon drivers can add spoiler to the hatch, too. For a little more flash, the company has carbon mirror covers. Inside, there are plenty of upgrades, too. AC Schnitzer offers aluminum trim for the pedals, and there's also an available set of velour floor mats. If you're in the market for a 5 Series and want extra performance straight from the factory, then it's probably worth waiting for the new M5. BMW should debut the super sedan in just a few weeks. The model's 4.4-liter Biturbo V8 reportedly produces a potent 600 horsepower, 441 kilowatts, and 516 pound-feet, 700 newton-meters, of torque. Drivers can select to have all-wheel drive system channel the output exclusively to the rear wheels.